Is Glenys Bretherton, and I'm from Hypnotherapy Training College Australia, and this is part of our Snapshot series. And the Snapshot series is all about giving you bits of information in regards to hypnotherapy. And today we're going to look at stress. Stress is something as a hypnotherapist that we see quite often in our rooms. Stress is really interesting because it seems to cover all areas of our life. Really, if we look at what stress is all about, it's really a survival mechanism. And who worked with it very effectively was our prehistoric ancestors, where they used the fight, flight, and freeze system to survive. And what would happen is if they came across a saber-toothed tiger and they were deciding whether or not they would go after it to eat it, what they would do is, create the fight within them to overpower them. Or they may feel threatened, so they would flee the situation, or they would just freeze if they felt so threatened that there was no hope. But we're taking that sort of system forward into modern day society. And really, we don't need to do that. What's happening is that we're perceiving many times throughout the day that we're being threatened in some way. And it could be as simple as having a disagreement with our boss, or it could be the relationship we're in. It could be because we're dealing with the children and maybe getting the kids ready to go off to school. So we're hit with these little stresses throughout the day. But what's different to our prehistoric ancestors is that with our prehistoric ancestors in those days, they would get spurts of adrenaline or spurts of cortisol, and then they would calm them back down. But because in modern day society we're coming up against more stresses throughout the day, we're actually keeping ourselves on a very heightened level in the stress response. We're never actually coming down off that stress. Hypnotherapy works really well in calming clients down and creating that sense of calmness within them. Now, if you create a sense of calmness within the body, then your brain's going to follow on and become calm as well. There's a technique that I like to use. It's very simple, and you can also pass this on to your clients, or you can use it yourself. That while in trance, there's 3 steps that you do. And you actually embed this into the hypnotic suggestion part of the work. And the first is that you ask the client to breathe in and out, and then simply say the word in their mind, focus. Then you ask them to breathe in and out, and then say the word, let go. And then finally, breathing in and out, and then saying the word in their mind, relax. Now, if you take that and you use that during the hypnotherapy part, and then you teach that little technique to your clients after, then that is going to become a post-hypnotic suggestion as well. It's a very, very simple technique. It works very well. I introduce that, I would say, to most of my clients who are suffering from anxiety or stress. And it is something that they can take away and use.